Hello, I'm Annie Musu, a certified EFT Tapping master practitioner. I help women build confidence, set boundaries, and enjoy healthy relationships. Welcome to my podcast, Hush Your Mind, building a better relationship with yourself. On this show, I offer practical wisdom to help you clear fears, limiting beliefs, and trauma so that you can gracefully create a life you love. Welcome to episode number 37 of my podcast, Hush Your Mind, building a better relationship with yourself. Many of us struggle with being visible. We may have learned long ago that it wasn't safe to speak up, share our perspective, or get our needs met. In our business or career, becoming visible could help us reach more people and share our gifts more widely. We each have a special contribution to make to this world. Our fears and doubts often keep us stuck in our comfort zones. Yet a part of us yearns to be seen. It's human. We all yearn to be valued and appreciated, to connect with others deeply, and to feel at home within ourselves, no matter where we tread. For the first time ever, I've invited my guest Christina on my podcast for a live EFT tapping session to overcome the fear of being seen. In this session, we identify and release the different fears associated with visibility, like losing control, worrying about what others think, and the inability to connect with others. Wait until the end for Christina's empowering breakthrough and feel free to tap along with us. You can also watch the video of our session on YouTube. The link is in the show notes. Without further ado, here's our session. You want to tap on visibility, so could you please elaborate a little bit about what your issue is?
Sure. I really struggle with being seen, especially in front of a large group of people or an audience. And so this is an area I would like to grow into and feel more confident and really just be able to be myself in any environment. So, whether that's a small group or a large group, I want to be able to feel like I'm fully present in myself.
Okay. All right. And so I'm wondering how this shows up in your life. If you have a concrete example, maybe at a recent time this showed up.
Yeah. So, the most recent situation would be at a training for somatic experiencing. I volunteered to be a demo in front of the group with the modality of somatic experiencing. And so it was a kind of a typical hotel room, conference room, and about, I don't know how many people, over 50 people. And so for me, getting up to do that demo was, really activating. And and although there was some excitement in it, there was also a lot of fear and a lot of activation.
Okay. All right. So when you think about being in front of the audience, giving this demo of the modality, feeling the fear right now, where do you feel the fear in your body?
I definitely feel it. It's it's like through my core, the core of my body. There's a sort of like a fear, like a
Mm.
almost like taking a little inhale and maybe
Hmm.
even a little freeze, kind of like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Okay. And if it had a texture, what would it be?
um, Hard and prickly. Definitely
Okay.
prickly too.
Mm. Okay. And if it had a color, what would it be?
Many colors, all
Mm.
colors
Okay.
flashing around.
And does it have a temperature?
I mean, my body gets really, really warm. So
Okay.
maybe there is like a warm, like it could be fiery.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And What level of intensity would you give this sensation on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being the highest?
It's high. I would say um I'll say 9.
Okay. All right, let's start with that. So tap on the side of your hand and feel free to change the words up so that they resonate with you if they don't already.
Hmm.
Even though
Even though
I feel this fear in my core,
I feel this fear in my core.
it's prickly and hard.
It's prickly and hard.
It's all the different colors,
It's all the different colors,
flashing.
flashing.
My whole body feels warm.
My whole body feels warm.
I choose to love and accept myself.
I choose to love and accept myself.
Even though I feel this fear in my core,
Even though I feel this fear in my core,
just thinking about being in front of the people,
just thinking about being in front of the people.
over 50 people in the hotel conference room.
Over 50 people in the hotel conference room.
This prickly, hard sensation.
This prickly, hard sensation.
My whole body feels warm.
My whole body feels warm.
I choose to love and accept myself anyway.
I choose to love and accept myself anyway.
Even though I feel this fear in my core,
Even though I feel this fear in my core,
these flashing lights,
these flashing lights,
all these colors,
all these colors,
this hard and prickly sensation,
this hard and prickly sensation.
feeling like on this inhale,
Feeling this inhale,
a little, what would you say, surprised?
surprised. Yeah.
Yeah. I choose to love and accept myself.
I choose to love and accept myself.
All right, top of the head. This fear in my core.
This fear in my core.
Okay, eyebrow point. This prickly, hard sensation.
This prickly, hard sensation.
Side of the eye. Over 50 people in the room.
Over 50 people in the room.
Under the eye. Feeling activated.
Feeling activated.
Under the nose. This fear.
This fear.
Chin. All the different colors.
All the different colors.
Collarbone. This warmth in my body.
This warmth in my body.
Under the arm. Acknowledging this fear.
Acknowledging this fear.
Okay, take a deep breath. Check in with the fear in the core. See how it has shifted, if it has.
Yeah. At least shifted down to maybe around a 6.
Okay. So it went from a 9 to a 6.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. We're making progress in just one
Yeah.
round.
Yeah.
Okay. And how has the sensation shifted? Are you still getting all the different colors? Is the texture the same? How's the temperature?
Yeah, it shifted a bit. It was interesting because I felt like it actually went up. I mean, if it 9, 10, or if it was like, but it went up for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just shifted and came down. And as it did, I'm aware of how much energy is there. Um, and some of it is the same. So it's still like, I mean, I want to say it's fiery. Like it's just like a quick fire. I mean, sort of like the lots of colors and the like energy that's just coming through is still intense, but it's like more fiery, not so
Mm-hmm.
hard and prickly.
Yeah. Okay. And what thoughts, emotions came up for you, if there were any?
Yeah, mostly just that feeling, that like intense, like fire moving through my body and picturing being in the room.
Okay. All right. That's great that you're picturing yourself in the room. That's what we want, that we work with the stress that's coming up in your body.
Yeah.
So keep focusing on that. And
Mhm.
it's also perfectly normal that any tension that you felt initially would worsen a little bit before you feel better. If it moves to a different place, that's also very normal in EFT. So for me, that's a sign that we're on the right track.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. So let's work with the fiery sensation, since that's coming up in front right now.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So even though I'm still feeling some fear,
Even though I'm still feeling some fear,
this fiery sensation,
this fiery sensation,
is it still in your core?
yeah, moves up through the core.
Moves up through the core. Okay. I choose to accept myself.
I choose to accept myself.
Even though I'm still feeling some tension in my body,
Even though I'm still feeling some tension in my body,
this fiery sensation moving up,
this fiery sensation moving up,
seeing myself in front of the audience,
seeing myself in front of the audience.
I choose to accept myself anyway.
I choose to accept myself anyway.
Even though I'm still feeling this fear
Even though I'm still feeling this fear
moving up through my core,
moving up through my core,
this fiery sensation,
this fiery sensation,
I choose to accept how I feel.
I choose to accept how I feel.
Okay, top of the head. Still feeling this fear.
Still feeling this fear.
Eyebrow. This fiery sensation.
This fiery sensation.
And I want to ask you, as we tap on the side of the eye, if there were a fear behind this fear, a reason for this fear, what would it be?
Hmm. Feels like a, oh gosh, it just feels like a loss of control.
Yeah. Okay. Under the eye.
Or like, I don't know how people will see me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. This loss of control.
This loss of control.
Under the nose. I don't know how people will see me.
I don't know how people will see me.
The chin. I can't do anything about it.
I can't do anything about it.
Collarbone. This fiery sensation.
This fiery sensation.
Under the arm. Losing control.
Losing control.
Not sure how people will see me.
Not sure how people will see me.
Take a deep breath.
Hmm.
So, what's coming up for you?
Yeah, I feel, again, there was kind of like a little spike and then came down
Mm-hmm.
and feeling much more calmer again,
Mm,
maybe a 5.
right.
And then I think with something that is coming up, I keep picturing, it's funny, like I keep picturing like the audience, but like I don't see any faces.
Mm,
And so it's just like a audience and there's no faces there. And then I realized like I can't, Like there's no connection.
Mm,
Yeah, it's very interesting. I haven't thought of that before.
yeah. Did it sounds like that's part of the fear is that there's no connection. It's like this mass of people and you don't know what
Hmm.
to make of that. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's like my brain can't take it all in and I can't connect. And so it just becomes this
Mm,
like blank, all these people and kind of a blank. And no
mm,
connection sounds important.
okay.
It feels
All right.
important. Hmm.
Okay. Even though
Even though
I can't connect with the audience
I can't connect with the audience.
and it feels, I don't know, what does it feel like?
Uh, it feels like I want to say dissociative, but even though it's
Mm,
not, like, I mean, it feels disconnected.
mm, yeah, simply. Okay.
Yeah.
It,
Mm,
yeah, it feels, I feel disconnected.
I feel disconnected. Yeah.
Can't see anyone's faces.
I can't see anyone's faces.
I don't know what to make of that.
I don't know what to make of that.
My brain doesn't know what to do with that.
My brain doesn't know what to do with that.
I choose to accept myself.
I choose to accept myself,
Even though I feel disconnected
even though I feel disconnected
because I can't see anyone's faces.
because I can't see anyone's faces.
It's just a big mass of an audience.
It's just a big mass of an audience.
This remaining fear in my body.
This remaining fear in my body.
I choose to accept myself anyway.
I choose to accept myself anyway.
Even though I feel disconnected from the audience,
Even though I feel disconnected from the audience,
I choose to accept myself.
I choose to accept myself.
Okay, top of the head. Feel disconnected.
Feel disconnected.
Eyebrow. Connection is important to me.
Connection is important to me.
Side of the eye. I can't see anyone's faces.
I can't see anyone's faces.
Under the eye. I don't know what to make of that.
I don't know what to make of that.
Under the nose. This tension in my body.
This tension in my body.
Chin. Wanting to connect with the audience.
Wanting to connect with the audience.
Collarbone. Not knowing how with 50 people in the room.
Not knowing how with 50 people in the room.
Under the arm. Feeling disconnected.
Feeling disconnected.
Okay, take a deep breath.
Hmm. It's interesting. I feel some sadness really there. Um, so there's a bit of calming. I don't know if it stayed the same or went down to 4, but it
Okay.
shifted into a different emotion.
Yes, that can happen. Let's keep
Hmm.
tapping. Yeah.
Yeah. But it also just like makes sense. Like I'm like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Like I want to make connection with people and it just
Mm.
gets overwhelming with the number.
Yes. Okay.
Hmm.
And if yeah, what's the sadness about? If you know.
I think it's just that, like, I think there's something like I'm just kind of seeing myself a bit like outside of myself, just a bit like where it's like, oh, I just want to connect with people.
Mm.
Like,
Okay.
that makes so much sense. Like,
Yeah. All right.
um, and like how important that is to me. And yeah, so that,
Mm,
yeah, and I don't know exactly. There might be more layers in there, but
yeah. That's
mhm,
okay. Yeah.
mhm.
Okay. All right. Even though
Even though
I'm feeling this sadness,
I'm feeling the sadness,
I just want to connect with people.
I just want to connect with people.
And it's so hard with the 50 people in the room.
And it's so hard with 50 people in the room.
I choose to accept how I feel.
I choose to accept how I feel,
Even though I feel sad
even though I feel sad
that I can't connect to the audience,
that I can't connect to the audience.
I want to connect to each and every person.
I want to connect to each and every person.
Connection is important to me.
Connection is important to me.
I choose to love and accept myself.
I choose to love and accept myself,
Even though it makes me feel sad
even though it makes me feel sad
that I can't connect with the audience.
that I can't connect with the audience.
I want so much to connect to them.
I want so much to connect to them.
I love and accept myself anyway.
I love and accept myself anyway.
All right, top of the head. Feeling sad.
Feeling sad.
Eyebrow. Wanting to connect with people.
Wanting to connect with people.
Side of the eye. And not being able to in a room of 50 people.
Not being able to in a room of 50 people.
Under the eye. Or anytime there's a group, a big group.
Or anytime there's a big group.
Under the nose. Feeling the sadness.
Feeling the sadness.
On the chin. This need to connect.
This need to connect.
Collarbone. Connection is important to me.
Connection is important to me.
Acknowledging the sadness.
And acknowledging the sadness.
Take a deep breath.
Hmm.
Just take a moment to tune in and see what's coming up for you now.
Yeah, it shifted a lot. There's so much more like calmness I can feel in my core.
Mm,
And there's like this possibility of like, it's almost like finding a different way to connect.
mm,
It's just not familiar to me. Because connecting in front of 50 people is going to look super different and feel different. And it's like, there's a
yeah.
part of me that doesn't know what that's like, but it's like, there's this like, oh, what if there's some possibility there?
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
beautiful. So you're opening up to that possible new
Mhm.
way of being, of showing up, right?
Yeah,
New way of relating to people.
yeah, absolutely. There was a pic, I kept coming back to this image. So during the experience, I joked that I wish I had brought my camera up so I could take a picture of the audience because I couldn't believe I was doing that. And so somebody gave me their camera and I really quickly snapped a picture and handed it back. And when I took the picture, I didn't see any faces. I just like took it and gave it back. And they showed it to me later and they showed me like some people were like smiling and everybody was really
Mm,
happy. Or some
wow.
people were like, and she's like, look, you lit up the room. And so, but I keep picturing that now, like that there were people who were able to connect, that I was there's
Oh,
potential there.
yes.
Even though I couldn't at the moment, it was my too like I couldn't at that moment. Like
Mm,
I'm thinking of that image too, and like, oh, there is some possibility. There is some way.
yeah. Wow, that's amazing.
Hmm.
Mm. It almost sounds like if like you're clearing the fear and the sadness, acknowledging what's there, and it's now making the way towards this new possibility, right?
Yeah,
Perhaps the fear is actually keeping you from connecting in this new way. And now we've, removed some of the layers. You're now seeing, hey, there's actually this other way of showing up. And yes, it's unfamiliar, but it's possible. So
yeah, yeah,
that's super empowering.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. How's Yeah, did you want to say something else?
No, no.
Okay. How's the level of intensity? What number is it?
Um, gosh, it's different. I mean, I want to say like around a 4,
Oh,
but it just has a different quality because there's almost a little bit of excitement with the potential.
yeah, that's a great
So,
thing.
so
Great
it's like
sign.
not fear based, but like,
Mm,
yeah, like a excited, but also a little calm.
okay. All right. So it sounds like the fear, if I'm hearing correctly, it has subsided. It's
Yeah,
Is it sometimes the excitement and the fear, kind of resembles each other? It seems when we're excited, if we're not aware of it, we might confuse it with fear or anxiety, but it's actually just excitement and,
yeah,
about this new way of being. I don't
yeah.
know
It
what.
feels definitely feels more like exciting than fearful.
Okay.
Hmm.
Great. Okay. Yes. All right. We're definitely making our way. So even though
Even though
there may be some tension left in my body,
there may be some tension left in my body,
I'm staying open to this new possibility,
I'm staying open to this new possibility,
this potential of relating to an audience,
this potential of relating to an audience,
connecting to them in a different way.
connecting to them in a different way.
Even though I feel this excitement in my body,
Even though I feel this excitement in my body,
I've never related to an audience like this,
I've never related to an audience like this.
but I saw the photo of all the people's faces,
I saw the photo of everyone's faces,
and they were so happy to connect with me.
and they were happy to connect with me.
Maybe I can connect with them.
Maybe I can connect with them.
Maybe there's a way to connect with an audience.
Maybe there's a way to connect with an audience.
Maybe there's a way to connect with 50 people in a room.
Maybe there's a way to connect with 50 people in a room.
I choose to stay open to this possibility.
I choose to stay open to this possibility.
Even though this is all so new for me,
Even though this is all so new for me,
I want to learn how to connect in this way.
I want to learn how to connect in this way.
I'm staying open to this idea,
I'm staying open to this idea,
to new ideas and inspiration.
to new ideas and inspiration.
Right? Top of the head. This excitement in my body.
This excitement in my body,
Eyebrow. Feeling safer to connect.
feeling safer to connect.
Side of the eye. I give myself permission
I give myself permission
to show up differently,
to show up differently,
to be myself authentically
to be myself authentically
in a small group or in a big group.
in a small group or in a big group.
Under the eye. Feeling this potential,
Feeling this potential,
allowing myself to open up to it.
allowing myself to open up to it.
Under the nose. Getting excited about connecting.
Getting excited about connecting.
chin. Letting myself feel excited.
Letting myself feel excited.
Collarbone. Allowing myself to remember that other people want to connect with me.
Allowing myself to remember that other people want to connect with me.
And the arm. I love, honor, and respect myself.
I love, honor, and respect myself.
Okay, take a deep breath.
That was so good. Yeah, I really, it's just that like I feel that potential so much more. That last like layer is just like, oh yeah, it just like makes sense. I can totally do that. And I know how to
Yes.
connect with
Oh my
people.
gosh.
So it's like somehow it's yeah, it's just doing that, but in a just different way. All the things you said.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, good for you. How's the tension in the body feeling?
So different. There is, like happiness that feels like not tension, but an energy. The tension is less, I want to say like a 3 or 2. Yeah, I think there's just a little like jittery energy, but very, very different. Yeah, and more
Okay.
joy and just like happiness.
Wonderful. Oh my gosh, you came in with a 9 and now you're at a 2. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah, it was
Yeah.
really, really good.
Yeah. And you have
Yeah.
some, beautiful revelations that will inspire you as you move forward in your, the different ways and spaces that you show up for, to share your light with the world. I mean, I'm so happy to hear that you're feeling empowered to show up in a group of 50 people, you know,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
maybe 20 minutes ago, you weren't, right?
Yeah, not at all.
That's extraordinary.
Yeah.
Okay.
It does like something like shifted to where it's like, oh, maybe I can be myself and
Mm.
maybe I can connect with others, even in a large 50 or more group.
Mm. Wow. Well, I'm super excited. I can't wait to see what you do with these revelations. And yeah, just
Yeah.
feel free to share with me, update how it goes for you. I'd love to hear.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll need to rewatch the video or practice to
Yes, please
to
do.
bring it
Yes.
all back. Yeah, or tap
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah. It's also so new. So it makes sense that it's like, you're getting out of this old habit that you've always had. So it's gonna feel uncomfortable. And yeah, definitely tap along with the video or tap as you get ready for a presentation or for anytime you show up in an audience, that would be best. But yeah,
Mm, yeah,
we've
thank you
opened up
so
the door,
much.
right, to a
Yes.
new way of being. So yeah, I'm super excited. And how many people are gonna be benefiting from your presence as you show up more widely, you know?
Mm,
So I think the people need you and your gifts. So thank you for doing this work.
yeah, you too. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us in this EFT session. I hope it was valuable and insightful. Would you like some free support to help you ease anxiety about boundaries or relationships? I'm offering 20 to 30-minute EFT tapping sessions, a $90 value, to guests on my podcast, Hush Your Mind. My intention is to support you, and by publicly sharing our session, I hope to educate and inspire my listeners. The audio and video will be published on my podcast and YouTube channel. You may use a pseudonym. Apply for a free personalized EFT session at hushyourmind.com/freebies. The link is also in the show notes. And if you want to work with me one-to-one, you can learn more and book a free call at hushyourmind.com/coaching. Thank you so much for joining me in this episode of Hush Your Mind. Keep in touch with me by subscribing to my twice-a-month newsletter or following me on Insight Timer. And if you'd like some personalized support, book a free call at hushyourmind.com/coaching. The links are in the show notes. May you have the courage to love and accept yourself. Be well and take care.